Welcome into the Lakers Report. I am Harrison Graham from Chat Sports, and today's show is sponsored by Mint Mobile. You can change your cell phone plan to Mint Mobile right now with plans just starting at $15 per month. Save money while inflation goes up everywhere else. MintMobile.com/chatsports is the place to get started. On today's show, we're going to do something a little bit different. Some lineups Darvin Ham can display if they acquire Kyrie Irving via a trade. Plus, stay tuned. We're going to hand out some shout-outs later on in the show. Now, speaking of lineups, before we get to some different ones that producer Sam and I cooked up for you guys, Shaquille O'Neal was poking a little fun at this kind of, I don't want to call it a meme, but just this photo of all-time great Lakers and said, hey, I may have to kick myself out. And I don't blame him. When you're on a photo with Kobe, Wilt, LeBron, Kareem, and Magic, and you, Shaq, is number 6, someone's got to be the odd man out. So, I don't know if I'd kick Shaq out. He's one of the most dominant players I've ever seen. But keep that in mind. Let me know, speaking of this, what is your Lakers all-time starting 5? All-time Lakers starting 5 right now. Pin comment early on in the show today. My starting 5 is below Magic, Kobe, LeBron, Kareem, and Shaq. Hard to eliminate some of the all-time greats like Wilt. Let me know what you guys think down in that pinned comment. All right, so the latest on Kyrie Irving, and then we'll take a look at some potential lineups as we progress forward here. The Kyrie market, it seems to be slowing down, as is the Kevin Durant stuff. I think we're at a standstill. It seems like the next big domino to fall in NBA free agency and the trade market is Donovan Mitchell for the New York Knicks as things progress here. Nets still working through things with Kevin Durant, and I think that has to be resolved before Kyrie can get moved. But just keep that in mind as we go forward here. I still think if Irving does get moved, that the Lakers are the favorite to land him. Now, obviously, if the Lakers are able to get Kyrie, you've got the new big three: Anthony Davis, LeBron, and then Kyrie, of course. And you're hoping AD can get healthy and be more dominant than he's been the last couple of years. You're hoping LeBron can still stay in peak form, and you're hoping Kyrie can keep his head on straight, because at times he's been unreliable in his career. The best part of his career has been with LeBron, so you hope that familiarity would help. Now, we start with lineup number 1 here. Could this be the starting lineup in the closing 5? Maybe. Obviously the big 3 there, and then Lonnie Walker and Thomas Bryant as 2 potential starters. Now, I would personally like in crunch time for Anthony Davis to be playing the 5 and to get another shooter in there. That is what I would prefer. Personally, we know AD prefers playing the 4, but I think he's got to accept at this point in time that a lot of his minutes are going to be at that center position. But I do think that could be a potential lineup. I am curious to see if Lonnie Walker ends up being a starter or a backup. I think he could play either role for this Lakers team. I think it'll all depend on how the rest of this roster comes together. Plus, if a guy like Carmelo Anthony comes back, is he in a potential closing lineup? I think on some nights that could be the case. With Kyrie, the Lakers are a top blank team in the West. Are they top 8? Are they for sure a playoff team? Are they, top 4 seed, top 1? Where do you think they are in the Western Conference if they could acquire Kyrie Irving? And obviously assume that would mean Russell Westbrook is gone as well. Let us know. Fill in the blank. Lakers are blank seed if they get Kyrie. All right, this would be the LeBron load management lineup, because obviously if you have this new big 3, there will be nights where LeBron takes some time off, AD as well. You got Austin Reaves in there, Kendrick Nunn, and Kyrie. So you got 3 guys who can handle the basketball, and then a bigger front court. So you don't really have a lot of wing defender types, but offensively, I think you can just clear out for Kyrie ISO or run those Kyrie and AD pick and pop game, right? I think that's what things would look like on the offensive side. I think defensively, you could run into some trouble with this lineup. I still would like to get a physical wing on this basketball team. We'll see if Rob Pelinka and company are able to do just that, but that's a look at the LeBron load management. Now, the AD load management lineup, you just run and gun with Kyrie and LeBron, right? You got Kendrick Nunn, Lonnie Walker, and Thomas Bryant in there as well. You could, go with an Austin Reaves in this lineup. Also, I do wonder what Kendrick Nunn's role will be for this team after not playing at all last year. I liked that signing at the time, but didn't get to see him play. We'll see what he brings to the table this upcoming season. Now, thanks to Mint Mobile for sponsoring today's show. Inflation continues to haunt all of us, but like me, I'm looking to save money anywhere I can, and with Mint Mobile, I'm able to do that. My cell phone bill was over $100 before, and now it's just at $15 per month. And all I did was I took this same phone, I went to mintmobile.com/chatsports, got going, switched over. They sent me an eSIM card so I could do it all digitally, and changed my provider from my old one to Mint Mobile. Unlimited talk and text, high-speed data. It's on the largest 5G LTE network out there. You get the free mobile hotspot if you want that feature as well, which was nice when I was over in Europe because, Wi-Fi can be a little bit spotty. Plan starting at $15 per month. Save that money where you can because this is a challenging time for all of us right now. mintmobile.com/chatsports. That link is in the comments. It's also in the description. All right, how about the shooter shoot kind of lineup? Because, like I've mentioned, you still need more shooters. But, you got Kyrie, Lonnie Walker, Kendrick Nunn. They're all capable of shooting the basketball. Yes, Juan Toscano-Anderson, who can stretch the floor a little bit there. Then Bryant playing the 5, who will shoot the rare but occasional 3 that he can knock down. I think this lineup just really outlines that you need more shooting, right? Even if you get Kyrie Irving. I mean, we saw that quote in yesterday's video. I can't remember from which executive, but basically saying even if you get Kyrie, you need more shooting, and I completely agree with that. So hopefully they're able to do that whether or not they acquire Kyrie Irving. Now, you look at if you do get Kyrie, the three-point shooting of this lineup, it's good, but not a single 40% three-point shooter, which isn't ideal. But Kendrick Nunn, someone who can shoot. I think Lonnie Walker is a more capable shooter than 34.3% right there. JTA, I will be fascinated to see if he gets any run with the Lakers. He can shoot it a little bit. As can Thomas Bryant, both those guys on smaller sample size, just 1.5 threes per game. But they are capable of stretching the floor if they need to. So keep that in mind as well. All right, more lineups to look at coming up, but subscribe to the channel because we are the channel for you. We're trying to get to 50,000 subs by training camp, which, what are we, a couple months away, Sam, mid-late September? So we're getting close. I mean, basketball's going to be back before you know it. Football's almost here, then basketball follows shortly after. Just under 2,000 subs away, and hey, with our Warriors channel gaining steam, you better pick up the pace a little bit. So go ahead and subscribe, help us out, and we'll continue to bang out videos every single day. Now, some shout-outs from those of you who typed Noti Gang on the July 20th video. Appreciate all of you. Mike Jones, 281-330-8004. He's in the Noti Gang. So is Scooby Snacks. Anthony Navajas. We got Marcus in there. Ed Mills, Eric Castillo, Landon, Dominic. We got Big Six and Mike Mees. These are the first 10 that joined the Noti Gang, typed it in yesterday's video. If you didn't quite make the cut, hey, try again on this video. We might shout you out in a future show. And how you join the Noti Gang, all you got to do, turn on those notifications. All right, how about this first small ball lineup we've got for you guys here? Kyrie, Austin Reaves, Talen, Horton-Tucker, LeBron, and AD. I actually really like this lineup because I think the Lakers are going to be at their best when Anthony Davis is at the 5 because then everyone's a threat to shoot on the basketball floor. So I'm a big fan of this one. Here's a slight change up here, basically just Kendrick Nunn in the lineup. I will be interested to see if Kendrick Nunn or THT has a bigger role next year. I would lean THT just because he was healthy last year, but he also didn't play that well, so could depend as well. This is more of the LeBron small ball 5. He can play the 5. AD can play the 5. We'll see how things go. Now, I will say this, and producer Sam's happy about this one as an Oklahoma alum. I could see a bigger role for Austin Reaves. Have you seen the guy in the summer workouts? He's been doing 3-a-days. The Lakers told him to take a week off, and he said, fuck that. And he's been getting in the gym 3 times a day, getting some shots up in the weight room, conditioning, doing all that stuff. He's a grinder. Maybe he turns into, the next Alex Caruso with a little bit more offensive juice for this team. I could see him having a bigger role this season. How do you feel about Anthony Davis playing the 5? I like it. Type L if you like it. Type D if you dislike it. I'm a fan of him at the 5. I know he doesn't love playing there, but I just think in today's NBA, he's more of a center, at least offensively. So let me know how you guys feel about this one. All right, the Let Kyrie Eat lineup. It's got Reaves, Walker, JTA, and AD around him. This is classic ISO Kyrie, and then AD can just play off of him. Just clear out. Clear out for Kyrie. That's really when he's at his best anyway. All right, there you go. Wanted to do a little bit of a different video for you guys today. What is it? 7 different lineups if the Lakers trade for Kyrie Irving that he would be incorporated in. Be curious to see if they trade for him, and, of course, what different lineups Darvin Ham employs this year. Make sure you guys subscribe, youtube.com/LakersTV, and we'll see you soon here on the Lakers Report.